Gov. My barman was a mechanical, multi-limbed lifeform from a system in the vicinity of Arcturus. Yes, Siegfried? You'd better get in here. I sighed. What are we dealing with? Siegfried looked like a football thrown through a cutlery drawer. Attempted shakedown. Another one! I rolled my eyes. What's that, like 3 this month? 4. Where are they? Standing at the bar. You can't miss them. They're the ones that look like geckos in sweatpants. I pulled open my office door to be greeted by the buzz of a dozen conversations in half a dozen languages. The place smelled of desperation and black mould. The only illumination came from a row of lights hanging above the counter. Tonight's would-be gangsters were standing in a tight group at one end, trying to look simultaneously menacing and inconspicuous. For goodness sake, I said. They can't be much older than hatchlings. I walked around the counter to face them. The tallest only came up to my chest, but they had pointed snouts filled with sharp teeth and scalpel-like claws on their 3-fingered hands. Are you the owner? One of them asked in the common tongue. Judging by the length of the spines protruding from between his shoulder blades, he was the oldest of the bunch, and probably their leader. How can I help? We have an offer for you. Let me guess. I folded my arms. Does this offer have something to do with me paying you a percentage of my takings in return for protection? Eyelids flicked back and forth across large black reptilian eyes. Yes. Sorry, kids. Not interested. The leader pulled himself up to his full height. We could make things very difficult for you. I don't doubt it, but I'm still going to have to say no. A hush fell as the patrons smelled a confrontation. Some of the smaller reptiles in the group looked around, unnerved to suddenly find themselves the centre of attention. The tall one didn't seem to have noticed. His attention remained fixed on me. This is your last chance, he hissed. A place like this, with a lot of wood and packing materials, very flammable. Anything might happen. I uncrossed my arms. You boys must be new in town. I assume you're trying to carve out a little territory for yourselves, a little notoriety? What of it? You think you're the first to try something like this? I've been here 2 years and there are always parasites about, looking to take what they haven't earned. I've seen gangs come and go. You're no different. Claws flexed. Are you going to pay or not? I shook my head. The thing is, kids, if I needed protection, I'd already have it. There are plenty of hoodlums to choose from, and a lot of them are tougher than you. The leader held my gaze for a few seconds. Then he held out a 3-fingered hand. One of his henchmen produced a stolen emergency flare and passed it to him. How about we torch the place now? I wouldn't recommend it. Oh, really? The leader twisted the flare's base, igniting it. For a moment, the only sound in the bar was the roar of the red flame. I sighed. The flare was designed to be seen through rain and fog by search helicopters. It probably contained a mix of strontium nitrate, potassium perchlorate, and an energetic fuel such as aluminium or magnesium, which meant it had a burn temperature of at least 1,000 degrees centigrade. Certainly hot enough to set fire to anything in this place. I couldn't let that happen, so I reached out and snuffed it with my hand. The reptiles looked at me aghast.